Hello traders, my name is Tomasz Wiśniewski, I'm a Chief Analyst in Alpari Research and Analysis, and welcome to a daily analytical report. So we just had interest rate decision in UK, and let's see the reaction on the British pound to American dollar. It's bearish. British pound is going down heavily. We were expecting. Actually, yes. Thursday is Super Thursday. This is a Super Thursday, so we are having a lot of market events, a lot of data being published on the market. And first of all, let me see the macro calendar here. So we do have a macro calendar. We were having an interest rate decision in UK. We got this rise. So we are expecting rise from 0.25 to 0.5. We received that. We do have a small difference in MPC official bank rate votes, right? So 603 was expected here, 603, but we got 702. So for rate hike we got 7 members, 0 for vote cut, and unchanged we got 2. That was the difference, which can be perceived as hawkish, but British pound is losing value right now. Apart from that, we got construction PMI in UK, but a bit earlier, which came higher than expected. It was expected 48.3, but we got 50.8. Let me maybe switch for today, because we also got trade balance from Australia, which came higher than expected. That was positive information. Here, yes, see, here we do have a here we have a confirmation. Interest rate decision in UK went higher, and hawkish votes here, but that's not all. In 26 minutes we will have Mark Carney speaking. He's Bank of England governor, and we will see who will be the next Fed chairman, as in 7 hours President Trump will announce this name. So definitely a very interesting day ahead. Super Thursday, Super Friday as well, because we will have non-farm payrolls tomorrow. Apart from that, well, let me expand that a little bit, because we have this announcement of the Fed chairman, and we are about to see Jerome Powell on this positions, and that's according to the latest rumors from the White House that Donald Trump is about to nominate Federal Reserve Governor Jerome Powell as the Fed chairman. What is more, we have an interesting story on Bitcoin, obviously, which climbed for the first time above $7,000 for one Bitcoin. So there's no sign whatsoever after this crack, after this drop caused by China banning exchanges, and words from JP Morgan CEO Demon about the Bitcoin. We are just going higher and higher and higher. That is Super Thursday. We are waiting for this announcement from central bank of Bank of England. So let me show you the charts now. This is cable, and the reaction cable is as follows: huge drop here. Currently we are 100 pips lower than before the announcement. And yeah, let me go with the euro dollar. Euro dollar is having a typical comeback. Look at that. We marked that 2 days ago on our daily analytical report. We said that there is a higher chance that the price will reverse and will test this horizontal resistance. We'll test the neckline as the closest horizontal resistance, which is now actually happening, and we are about to see this. Only the fact that the price will test this resistance is not enough, is not significant enough for us to open a short position. What we should wait here for is a bounce, is a bearish price action. So the price should go there, create a shooting star, for example, or a bearish engulfing, or another bearish candlestick or price pattern, and from this we should get a reaction. So we can remove this one as it's happening, and we can place a flag here. Flag is a trend continuation pattern. This is a flag. As long as we are in a flag, the sentiment is still bearish. That's a very nice technical pattern here, and chances that we'll bounce from here and go lower are much higher. Here is euro to British pound. That's beautiful, that's absolutely beautiful, and that's the situation when technical analysis goes along with the fundamental analysis. What do we have here is an uptrend. This uptrend line was broken. The price went lower as expected, because we are telling you about that last week when the price was here. And the price met first important horizontal support here. And yesterday, on this horizontal support, the price created hammer candlestick. Well, hammer in an uptrend on a support, it's a buy signal. But this buy signal was strengthened today with this announcement from Bank of England. Altogether, fundamental analysis and technical analysis is so far giving 120 pips, which for this instrument, which for this pair, is very good result. So now what we can make here is this downtrend line here. We do have this uptrend line here. So what we are waiting for is a breakout of those two lines. And I would say that a breakout of those two lines should trigger a buy signal, and breakout of this green resistance should strengthen the buy signal on euro to British pound. Next instrument is silver. Silver beat its nemesis, $16.8 per ounce. Use this support, use this flag, and as we said, the breakout of this gray resistance and breakout of the upper line of the flag, that triggers buy signal. There is also one resistance here which is about to be broken right now. Actually, what we have here is kind of a symmetric triangle, and the sentiment on silver is positive. I think maybe we can remove those Fibonacci's. We can delete this one as it's too far. We can delete this one. If we are about to go higher, this one will be relevant. Okay. And this flag is no longer relevant because it already worked. And this one should be adjusted to the latest situation. So I would say like that. Here are the most important levels for silver right now. Silver goes higher, gold also goes higher. They actually cannot decide with this inverse head and shoulder formation. So I wouldn't say that we have this formation, right? If it doesn't work, it just doesn't work. It's supposed to trigger a strong buy signal, but it's not doing that. Silver looks positive, but gold does not. Let me explain you why. Because what we do have here, that's a flag formation in a downtrend. So it suggests us that the lower line of the flag should be broken and the price should climb higher, which will be extra dangerous for the buyers as we are approaching an ultimate support here, which is created by, again, long-term uptrend line, long-term downtrend line, 38.2 Fibo and 61.8 Fibo. So as long as we stay below that resistance, the sentiment is still negative. And that, by the way, is a very nice resistance. I like it. Looks pretty strong. So let me show you possible scenarios. Price breaking 50% Fibonacci should trigger buy signal. Price breaking the green area should trigger a sell signal. That's for me the possible scenarios for this instrument for gold. Next one, Australian dollar to American dollar. Scenario similar to euro dollar. So what we're having here is a horizontal, long-term horizontal support. Well, it was resistance here, it was support here, support got broken, and most probably it will be used as a resistance, the same as the neckline on the euro dollar. So we're about to see, well, I would love to see actually the price testing this orange resistance, bouncing, for example, from this line as well, from this dynamic resistance, and that would be a beautiful sell signal here if the price created like a reversal pattern here. Bitcoin, whoa, that brought us nice volatility, attacking $7,000 breakout cost probably huge volatility. This instrument is still amazing, with the price swinging from 6,700 to 7,400 dollars. Regardless of that, the sentiment is definitely positive as long as we stay above the red line. I would even extend that, maybe this one, no. I would even extend that to the red line here. It's all good, still all good on Bitcoin. American dollar to Canadian dollar is having a sideways trend. Definitely we'll have bigger movements tomorrow, as we are waiting for the non-farm payrolls tomorrow, along with the data from the Canadian job market. So maybe we'll have a divergence here, like one data will be better from one country and from other country will be worse, which would stretch the volatility here. WTI oil touched this horizontal resistance which I was talking about finally, and that caused a reversal. Well, not a surprise. Those buyers here, finally, they wanted to capture some profits. So as soon as they went here to touch the long-term resistance, the price reversed. Is the long-term positive sentiment gone? Not really. That's just taking profit action. Sentiment is still positive, even if the price will decline like here, and from this place the price can bounce and nothing will happen. It won't be nothing bad if the price would go here, and from this place it can reverse. American dollar to Mexican peso. This resistance is working. Not as good as maybe some traders would love to, because after the shooting star probably the reversal should be much stronger, but still they are holding the price below this resistance. It's not the greatest sell signal in the world in my opinion, but it's okay. DAX, well, that was a perfect signal, right? False breakout, bouncing from a horizontal support, and after that the price just went to the moon, really. And the sentiment on stocks, shares, is definitely positive. And that's a nice short-term correction, by the way. The price after this should climb higher. Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar is having a flag. Flag is the trend continuation pattern. What we should see is a breakout of the upper line of the flag and another test of this blue resistance. This is dollar index. Dollar index is behaving the same way as euro dollar. What we're having here is a flat correction. On euro dollar we had this flag. On dollar index we have wedge. On euro dollar we have higher chances that the lower line of the flag will be broken, and on dollar index we have higher chances that the upper line of the wedge will be broken, which will trigger the same signal, so which will trigger a signal of a stronger dollar. Euro to Japanese yen. That's a false breakout, and that's the reaction after false breakout. So after false breakouts we usually have movement, strong movement in the opposite direction. That is why false breakouts happen very often. That is why I don't like to have pending orders which get activated when the price is below or above the resistance or support. I prefer to wait, estimate more or less if the breakout is legitimate or not. And in case of a false breakout, I often like to go against this breakout, because I do believe, and I do know because I have loads of examples. That it works, and false breakouts usually bring the movement in the strong movement in the opposite direction. Here is cable. I think this reaction is sustainable. What we had here also can be considered as a false breakout above the symmetric triangle formation. So now we are testing the lower line of this symmetric triangle, and we are about to test the long-term uptrend line, which actually combination of those two here can be potentially a very strong support, and apparently a great occasion to buy as well. Obviously we have to wait for the outcome of this, let's say like that. This is the area where the magic can possibly happen and we can have a strong reversal. British pound to Australian dollar. That also, let me use this one. That also can be potentially false breakout above a very important horizontal resistance, and price going lower can trigger midterm sell signal here. We are reaching first potential target here. The next target is this green line here, but with the false breakout we should aim at least here. American dollar to Swiss franc, fighting with the parity. We are 4 pips from the parity Price try to hold above, but without a success. That seems like a good resistance for now, and maybe it will bring us a take profit action here. American dollar to Russian ruble, still in the flag, still waiting for a continuation, for a breakout from this tight range. Breakout of the orange resistance should trigger a buy signal. Breakout of the blue support should trigger a sell signal. American dollar to Polish zloty is in the process of creating this inverse head and shoulder pattern. Left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. This is a flag in a short-term, very short-term flag in an uptrend, in this uptrend. So apparently what we should see is a breakout of this upper line and the test of the red resistance. That's the base scenario for American dollar to Polish zloty right now. S&P 500, V-shaped retracements here, and small drop. Well, what can we say? The sentiment is definitely positive here, no doubts about that. There is a beautiful strong uptrend. For some it can be too strong. I'm not here to judge, I'm here to trade. If there is a buy signal, I go long. If there is a sell signal, I sell. But at the same time, I don't like buying on all-time highs, so I will thank for this position option here. And this is a interesting occasion. New Zealand dollar to Singaporean dollar after a huge downswing. We said that there is a possibility of a reversal. The reversal is happening. We do have not reversal. A short-term reversal, so in this chart we are thinking more about correction. Correction is happening right now, and the price is aiming the latest. That's a support. The price is aiming the latest resistance. We are waiting for the price to get there, and from here, if we will see a bearish price action, we should see a downswing. American dollar to Japanese yen obviously will be influenced by announcement from Donald Trump, but look at that. We went to this horizontal resistance, and in theory it should trigger like a stronger reversal. Why? Because look, American dollar to Japanese yen tends to do this kind of stuff, like reversal, 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 without the double testing. But here we have a double test. Not really a strong reversal here, which did not happen after one candle, but it took us few days, and now we are there back again, which shows that there's actually a huge buying pressure here, and in my opinion, breakout of this level should trigger a buy signal. That's what I'm seeing on American dollar to Japanese yen. That's all the instruments I have for you, so let me go for them one more time to wrap that up. On euro dollar, I'm thinking about I have a negative sentiment for this. There is a negative sentiment, and I'm seeing a negative scenario for euro dollar, so the price bouncing from the horizontal resistance. Now on euro to British pound, there is long-term buy signal. On gold, silver, there is a buy signal as long as we stay above 16.8. On gold, we will have buy signal when the price will break this upper line and the 50% Fibonacci, and we'll have a sell signal once the price will break the green support. Australian dollar to American dollar sell signal, but I'm waiting for a proper resistance. Bitcoin, well, there's only one option on Bitcoin. American dollar to Canadian dollar, waiting for tomorrow's data. WTI oil, positive sentiment, but short-term risk for a reversal. American dollar to Mexican peso, sell signal, but not the strongest one. DAX, positive sentiment. Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar, Outside it's positive. Dollar index positive, euro to Japanese yen positive. Here we are approaching ultra important support, so we may have an upswing from that. Here the sentiment is negative because of the false breakout here. I don't have a sentiment on American dollar to Swiss franc. American dollar Russian ruble, no signal. American dollar to Polish zloty, possible upswing, aiming the neckline of the inverse head and shoulder formation. Positive on S&P 500, regardless anything. New Zealand dollar to Singaporean dollar, negative, but short-term occasion to buy a little bit and then sell on a major resistance. And American dollar to Japanese yen, huge buying pressure, which is promoting us a further upswing, which is promoting us a possible bullish breakout. Thanks very much for watching daily analytical report, and now guys we'll have a short break, and after that we'll have a webinar about technical analysis, and I hope to see you all there on this webinar. It will be very interesting. Thanks very much and see you in 30 minutes.